So in the last video that talked about creating an app, we went ahead and created a Zendesk app to give tip our hats to the Zendesk folks. And in your applications now, you have that Zendesk with the iPhone logo letting you know that it's an iPhone app that you're building, and the icon of that application you're building on the left to give you a better chance at finding it if you have more than one app. So we're going to go ahead and click on it. We still haven't done much with it, so we've already went through the art in the last video, and now we're going to look at the tabs. There's a lot of different things the tabs can do. Just to give you an idea of what you're supposed to do, we pre-populate it with some app maker blog information here, which is what you're seeing. But you can always change that. We put a couple things in here to help you out. View in browser allows you to see what the RSS looks like in the browser, and this, for those who don't know, is what RSS looks like in the back end. This is the guts. Just like HTML is a bunch of code, so is RSS, and these codes help applications such as ours determine what part we should put in the story, what part is a link if you needed to pop out, and what part is the title that we should display. Just about everyone has RSS or Atom that has content to provide. As you can see in Zendesk, in their support.zendesk.com, I went to their forums and I looked for that symbol that we actually display right here. And that symbol reads RSS or Atom, and every time you see that and you click on it, you'll be able to find the RSS for that information you're looking at. So for the information we see in this view, this RSS link takes us to the information that a computer can understand, such as ours, and I'm going to copy and paste that URL and put it inside of there. There is a couple problems with this feed, and you can see that X shows up. It says there may be something wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean it won't be able to build, but it means you might want to take a look at some things that we caught. These aren't so bad. If you know RSS, you'd be able to tell. If you don't know RSS that well, for the most part, these are warnings and not really completely really bad errors. If you notice that the feed isn't working at all and these warnings come up, you may need to consult someone to be able to fix your feed or the feed that you're using. But these aren't so bad. And you can see that the Zendesk that we took and put into that column shows up in the feed. And for some reason they have a lot of these weird lines, but I think these are the comments for that post that we had. We're going to give a look to some other things here. So another thing that we can do is check podcasts, blogger blogs, Twitter, YouTube feeds. Let's actually go to YouTube right now and see if we can't find anything. And YouTube has a feed, but it's a little hard to find. You have to put in GData YouTube feeds API users and then the name of the user, which I knew. I went online and looked around about it. You can find out more about different feeds at different places just by simply Googling it. For instance, this site from Google tells you how to get your own RSS YouTube feed. So basically, if you go to Google and say, I need an RSS for my site for Blogger, it'll tell you how to add an RSS feed on Blogger. So use the Google as much as you can to find out how to find RSSs of different types, and you can just take the URL when you find it and add it. And you can see I added that YouTube feed. I'm going to click here and change it to a video icon, say video, and now I have a video feed. This works with podcasts, like I said, or anything else, but pretty much if you see this RSS symbol, that's what we use in this URL here. And if you have trouble figuring out how to get yours, go to Google, type in RSS, and then how do I get RSS for Twitter, for instance. You can see feed your blog to Twitter or how to find RSS feed Twitter. And that is how you can use it that way. Alright, so next thing we have photo album, and so if you had something like Flickr, so Flickr is a site that specifically works with images, and once again, the reason why we chose RSS is because everyone uses it. It's not dead. So I'm going to go here and say Zendesk, since we're building a little Zendesk demo. And I'm going to say groups, so specifically the Zendesk group. You can see here, luckily they have something. And we're going to look on the site for a feed. Awesome, we found one. Not much in it though. Let's see if we can do the page source to see what we get. So there's not much there, but you can see how you'd use it. But since it's not really full, I'm just going to go back and just see. I'm going to use the tags Zendesk instead of the group. And right So I went ahead and found on Google flickr.com photos tag Zendesk is a way to get all of the feeds for a certain tag, and then at the bottom I found the subscribe here. So I take that, put it into a photo album view here, this photo album here, choose a cool little icon, and hopefully there we go. So now I have an RSS for the feed, Zendesk's feed, and I have an RSS for Zendesk's photo album. Now at any time, as you can see, as I change these names, it changes in the tabs at the bottom. And as I change the icon, it changes the tabs in the bottom left. And I can see how they're working and how they look. I can also change the order by clicking on the left side, changing the order of my feeds. If I have found a geo RSS feed, for instance, Google Maps has a feature where if you need a GRSS feed, that's a feed that has specifically these geo points. You can find that RSS even in Google and use that to create a GRSS feature in our system, which creates maps and lat-long location-based pins based on your story. We have Post Message tab, which allows you to communicate with your users. When you click that, really simple, you have the ability to have a user click it, type a message, and upload a picture or a message to our system or your system. Our system is the AppMaker message system, which allows you to read all the messages from your app through our interface that I can show you later. Or you can post it to a custom URL, so you can put in your WordPress blog or some sort of processor that you've created if you know how to code server-side code. You can put that here, and then you can take the information we send you and put it in any format and save it anywhere you'd like to. But for now, we'll just do a post to AppMaker message system. And then finally, we have the ability to take HTML that you zip and create an HTML Phonegap tab. And what that allows you to do is create something completely custom in HTML web language. So in this HTML tab, it could be something completely customized, like basically just about anything. And if you need to learn more about that and what you can do there, you can click that help link, and read more about it. How to zip up your files, what things included like JavaScript and media and images. We even give you a sample zip that you can upload. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm downloading that test zip. I'm going to go ahead and choose a file. I'm going to choose the one that I just downloaded, and then I'm going to upload it. And once it's uploaded, it shows me the zip that I've uploaded, which is great. I can change the file, but even cooler is you can actually see what it may look like in your application when it runs. So that is the custom tab that we just created uploading that zip. So now we have an application that has photos, feeds, and content. We have the ability to communicate with our users. And we have the ability to put a completely custom view for users to play games, look through basically information in any way they choose. Next, we're going to go to customize and do some further work on the application.